What's up, beautiful people? How y'all doing today, man? Welcome to Dialogue with the Davises. My name is Cedric, and this is my beautiful wife, D. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you with all the stuff today. You know what I'm saying? D. Lashana Glass Davis. Ooh, that's the crowd cheering and going wild. What's up, baby? How you doing?
I'm doing well.
You doing phenomenal?
I'm doing phenomenal.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Man, listen, we have once again been blessed with the opportunity to sit before you and share in a conversation that we pray leads to some type of positive communication within your friend groups, within your relationships, within your family groups, and you know what I'm saying, social circles and all of that good stuff, man. So, yeah, say, look, we moving a little different today. I know y'all see the background a little bit different, and you know what I'm saying, we're in a whole nother vibe. Look, I got shoes on my feet today. You know what I'm saying, all that other stuff, but we you know what I'm saying, today is the wife's birthday. You know what I'm saying. By the time everybody get a chance to see this, though, your birthday probably gonna be it's gonna be in the past already.
Yeah.
But y'all still
It'll still be birthday week though.
It'll still be birthday week.
Yeah, birthday week starts today.
Oh, so I thought it was the week leading.
No,
So you just changed the game.
Oh yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
It'll still be birthday week.
So it's still gonna be birthday week.
Yeah.
Bet that's what's up. Man, listen, today is the wife's birthday, so we did a little staycation. You know what I'm saying? Something to kind of just, you know, get away for a minute and relax and reset. You know, just the two of us. Didn't go anywhere far. You know what I'm saying? Still in a nearby area, but we staying at one of the wife's one of your favorite hotels. You know what I'm saying? Staying at one of her favorite hotels, and you know what I'm saying, when we was getting ready to leave out the door, I was like, man, we didn't record a podcast for the week. She was like, bring the camera. We gonna record while we at the hotel. So here we go. We at the hotel recording. So, man, what's up? How it feel, birthday girl?
It feels good.
You feel good? You feel blessed to see another year?
I do.
Okay.
I feel so blessed to see another year.
Yeah. So far, how you been enjoying your birthday?
I've enjoyed it a lot.
You've enjoyed it.
We went to
a
a
lot?
couple different restaurants yesterday, which was fun. Because I like to
sample the stuff.
Sample a little bit of something here. Sample. I don't want to have to stay long.
Yeah, most definitely.
So that was kind of cool. Then today we'll do the water. That's gonna be nice. Go to a couple restaurants today.
And you gonna be good with that?
Yeah,
Say, listen, I'm grateful to God for who it is that I'm married. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't be I mean, you like to travel and stuff like that, but you know what I'm saying, you're not just one of those individuals that when your birthday come, I just gotta break the bank. No. So I appreciate it and I thank God for that. You know
I just want a really good perfume today.
Oh, so you are gonna break the bank. that
I won't break it. I just crack it.
You're gonna crack it a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Say, because but do you need more perfume though?
Yes. What?
I'm saying, but everybody that knows you, you know what I'm saying, they know you have a whole lot of perfume.
That's okay.
So you need one more scent?
Unless I find more than one.
I mean, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? It's your birthday.
We'll start with one, but
we'll figure it out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But yeah, man, listen, once again, like I said, we have been blessed with the opportunity to sit before you and come before you and sharing one of these conversations. And today, when we were getting ready before we started recording, we don't never, you know what I'm saying, predetermine anything that we're going to talk about, because we always wanted to be organic. We never wanted to be scripted or anything like that. So as we were getting ready to prepare to record and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, Shana was like, what we talking about today? I'm like, man, listen, we're gonna talk about
we're gonna freestyle.
We're gonna freestyle, but then at the same time, we're gonna take a look back over the years, you know what I'm saying, getting up to this point where we currently are and arriving to the space that we in. Because, man, like, I know we've recorded a few podcasts, and you know what I'm saying, everybody is probably familiar with our story at this particular point. But there's so much, you know what I'm saying, that I'm sure that we haven't shared, and that's kind of been left out, you know what I'm saying, throughout the course of the years, man. Because like we said on the last podcast, this year is about to be 20 years that we done been married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And thank God for those 20 years. So just keeping that into consideration, you know what I'm saying, and when we take time to look back on it, I know we both are always very reflective and thankful to God for what it is that he's breathed into our marriage over these last few years, and just, the healing and everything else that has taken place. But I think sometimes, because one of those things that we talked about, I think sometimes when people are in relationships, or they're being, you know what I'm saying, they're dating, or, you know what I'm saying, they're getting ready to get married, I think there's this fairy tale that a lot of people have concerning their relationships. And I think at the first sign of any type of turmoil or any type of confusion or any type of, whatever, you know what I'm saying, people are quick to,
Run.
kind of dart out. So, and I know when we were younger, we went through that phase
Oh
as
yeah.
well. You know
Oh,
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
a
So
track star.
you say you was a track star? So how many times we threatened talking about divorce? Would you
I
say
think in
was
the
it?
beginning I threatened it all the time,
Then I
and then
started.
you said, and I was like,
Would you? So when I said it, would you? That was.
that wasn't, you weren't supposed to say it.
Oh, so you was just supposed to hit me with
Yeah.
it?
Oh yeah. That was my weapon.
Oh, that was your weapon.
Yeah.
So the divorce piece.
Yeah. So when you said, I was like, okay, I'm probably not gonna say it anymore.
Yeah, we're gonna chill out on that one. You know
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
chill out
saying?
on
We're gonna
that
chill out
one.
on that one.
But yeah, I think when you're younger,
Mhm.
you run because that's really all you know how to do.
Yeah.
Because I think you're almost instinctively you're taught to run.
You think?
I think like your parents are telling you if it's a stranger, you run away from them.
Mhm.
If it's an animal, you run any and of course you should run away from a stranger
Yeah, definitely.
or some wild animal or whatever. But you're
Mhm.
always taught to run from something that creates a sense of being uncomfortable.
Mhm.
You're always taught to walk away. If someone says something you don't like, just walk away. You don't. And so I think we teach runaway without realizing we're teaching
That's what we're
runaway.
doing.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know what I'm saying. I know I heard you say like when you're younger that you know what I'm saying that's something that you do. I think you know what I'm saying that's not necessarily an age thing. Personally, I think it's a maturity thing. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Because there are even individuals that I know, you know what I'm saying, that are older than myself and yourself, and you know what I'm saying. Like that's kind of like the idea and the mindset that they have. What I got some hair on me or something? Yeah, you know that's you got me growing my hair out and stuff, and
I
you know what I'm
like
saying.
it.
I got hair all in my face and on
I
my
like
head,
it.
but yeah, but man, I think that's more so a maturity thing. I think a lot of individuals are not necessarily in a space where they've matured to that point to be able to put up with something. And I know we've talked about it in the past. I don't care what relationship you're in, you're gonna have to put up with something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
But it's
saying?
funny because like people don't run away from most people.
Mhm.
I'm not saying most. A lot of people
Mhm.
don't run away from relationships that they don't run away from their friend group.
Nah, they don't.
Like,
They
okay,
don't.
so you and your friend get into it and you don't talk or you do talk or you whatever it is,
Mhm.
and then you go back. If you go to a barber and they don't do you right a couple times, you're like, okay, I'm gonna give them. No, I mean,
Go ahead.
I
I'm gonna
think
let you
that I
finish.
think like even with you, I think that you've had barbers that you absolutely have left,
Mhm.
but you didn't leave them the first time they chopped you up. You were like, oh, I'm gonna give them another little chance.
I mean,
Especially if you had been going to them for a while,
yeah,
and they
yeah,
established
some, yeah.
that they were a good barber, good
Mhm.
for you,
Mhm.
and then they had an off day. You
Yeah.
didn't just fire them,
Yeah.
and it's like it's almost like you have a marriage and you
Mhm.
have all this good time, and then they do
Mhm.
something wrong or
And you're
something
ready
you
to
don't like,
get
and you be
going.
like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
But your barber, or your beautician, or your nail tech, or your dentist, or whoever, you always give them more than one chance at something.
Yeah, for real.
So
You right about that. And with that being said, I'm glad you said that. Because, you know what I'm saying, if you still watching the channel and, you know what I'm saying, you haven't subscribed yet, we've given you numerous opportunities. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, that was a perfect, you know what I'm saying, like introduction to what we. So listen, if you haven't already subscribed, you know what I'm saying, or shared the content, or turned on your notification, or you know what I'm saying, all of the stuff that you're supposed to do with the YouTube stuff, because we still figuring the space how we still
yeah,
kind
we're
of,
still figuring
we
out.
still new. Hey, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Please go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, continue to share the content and turn on your notifications so whenever we drop in new videos, you'll be able to, you know what I'm saying, be notified of what it is that we got going on. Now, with that being said, back to what we were talking about. You know what I'm saying? You're right, though. You know what I'm saying? People give more than enough opportunity in certain situations, but for some reason,
Yeah.
when it comes to their relationships, you know what I'm saying, I think there's not nearly enough stick-to-itiveness, or you know what I'm saying, not nearly enough grace or mercy extended to the individual you're in a relationship with. But I don't want to get stuck there. I mean, because
Yeah.
that was only such a sample size of our marriage. because there are so many other beautiful things that, you know what I'm saying, that took place.
Mhm.
But what do you feel like was the turning point in our marriage that allowed us to go from the struggles that we were having early on, and we still have challenges and we still have things that
We were a team,
hmm
like us.
yeah.
We are a team, and we have to take care of our team.
hmm
I think once we discovered that, um, and then
My
I think
bad.
once like I think a big part of it was when we got to Columbia and Dr. Ruffin became a part of our lives. I think that made a
hmm
difference.
hmm
And I'm not gonna say it's a person, but just everything that he taught,
Yeah,
everything
definitely.
that we learned.
hmm
Um, I think that is part of it, and I also think just um, sometimes sitting still and
hmm
just not being reactive.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that made a difference. But I think the turning point definitely was when we discovered, or when we um, better understood that we're a team and we
hmm
weren't fighting against each other anymore. Or when we weren't fighting against each other, we saw that we were fighting for the same thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's what the turning point was.
Yeah, I think that was a major point as well. But I also go back to I think once we started taking our relationship with God more seriously,
Mhm.
that internal transformation that the Holy Spirit brings forth, you know what I'm saying, within inside of a person. I think we no longer were in a space where we were fighting that, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because there was some times when you know what I'm saying, the Holy Spirit would be leading me to do the right thing, and I'd just be being stubborn. I'd be like, nah, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'd be
Mhm.
like, nah, I'm not about to just let her make it. It was almost like I was on some tit for tat at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? But I think the moment that we got to that place of kind of like fully surrendering to what it is that the Spirit of God was leading and guiding each of us to do. You know what I'm saying? Teaching us how to properly love one another and
Mhm.
teaching us how to be a team and
And stop
teaching
being
us how to, yeah,
selfish.
and stop being, because I think that was one of the biggest things, you know what I'm saying? For me, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Not that I'm a selfish person, but I had a selfish nature, if that makes sense. That
In the
makes sense?
marriage?
Yeah, yeah, because it was more so like, because one thing, and I often share this with, you know what I'm saying, different brothers who I communicate with, like early on, the way that I would pray for you in our marriage was one way, and then when I got to a point of, you know what I'm saying, maturing and developing, you know what I'm saying, and allowing the Holy Spirit to lead and guide me in a certain way, it was like the way I prayed for you, it started to change and it
So
started
you
to
were praying
shift.
for me to change.
So I wasn't I wasn't necessarily,
Oh Lord, please just let her
yeah, I
stop
wasn't, yeah,
doing this,
nah.
that, and the third, because I'm really sick and tired of her.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like I pray for you to change, but I used to be like, God, just make her say it my way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, I was real selfish. You know what I'm saying? I used to be like, God, I'm trying to get her to understand and she don't want to understand, so make her understand what I'm trying to say, like that type of stuff.
Oh.
And God probably used to be like, this clown right here really
Mm.
don't get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. So, but then what happened is you know what I'm saying? Like you said, that time frame, because it's crazy because we went to Columbia kicking and screaming.
Oh
You know
my
what I'm saying?
God.
Like, yeah, we did not want to go to Columbia, Missouri, and you know what I'm saying?
I was
It's
like,
yeah, I know I didn't want to go at first.
what?
Yeah, and I
And
never really gave, even after we got there. Initially, I was still on some like, man, I'm gonna hit him. We got to get out of here as soon as possible. I'm gonna do what I need to do, and we getting up out of here. But it's crazy because you know what I'm saying, that turned out to be a very pivotal assignment in terms of the relationships and you know what I'm saying, everything else. Like, like you mentioned, we got to be a part of a local congregation, Second Missionary Baptist Church out
mhm.
in Columbia, Missouri.
Mhm.
Pastor Dr. Ruffin, you know what I'm saying, like the community and the environment that was at that congregation and the things that God allowed us to learn and discover about ourselves, you know what I'm saying, getting us out of that selfish space was very pivotal.
Yeah.
And that led me to being in a space where when I pray for you, I no longer pray for you with a selfish agenda. I pray for you more so in a way like, hey God, wherever, you know what I'm saying, I've caused any hurt, you know what I'm saying, I would pray for your healing, and I would pray that, you know what I'm saying, God would bring you peace, and I would pray that he would strengthen you, and you know what I'm saying, these particular things. And then I would also, you know what I'm saying, kind of fade to the background whenever I felt the Holy Spirit leading me to be like, hey, this ain't nothing you could do about this one. You messed it up already. Get your hands off it. I'm trying to fix it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was absolutely pivotal in allowing us to, you know what I'm saying, get to the space that we're currently in as well. But another thing, you know what I'm saying, that I think was also vital is the fact that we agreed to do marriage counseling.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think, but you know, it's weird because people, when you say counseling, I think people just like, it's like a bad word.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and and it's weird to me because it feels like you go to a specialist for everything else.
Yeah.
Except for your mental health or your then you know, someone to be there to listen objectively to both sides and be able to let you to then help you to hear what you're saying and to hear what your person is saying.
Yeah.
Listen, you know, it's just weird that people think so negatively about it, because I think it made such a huge difference for us.
Yeah, it did. I mean, the impact, you know what I'm saying, I don't think we could adequately put it into words, because I think it caused me to start looking at everything a whole lot more different as well. You know what I'm saying? Like it was the Holy Spirit was already doing what he was doing internally, and you know what I'm saying, my mind was being renewed, and things were I was beginning to understand, you know, what it meant to be a husband in terms of what the Bible says a husband is supposed to be, and not what the world, you know what I'm saying, had expressed in that confusion that I had in my mind over the years. But I think, you know what I'm saying, those key elements that we were able to, what those resources and those tools and, you know what I'm saying, courses of action that we developed in marriage counseling were also pivotal in terms of being supplementary to what it is that God was already doing. Because I think, you know what I'm saying, again, and hey, for some individuals, you may be blessed to not have to endure certain things, or you may be blessed to not have to deal with all of those particulars. But you know what I'm saying, we were in a space where, you know, God really and truly was, you know what I'm saying, leading and guiding us to do something in a very purposeful way. So, you know what I'm saying, it was a lot that we had to kind of, you know what I'm saying, because like Shana said, we both came into it with a, you know what I'm saying, and more so me, I would definitely agree in terms of my immaturity.
You know, and I hear you say that often. More so you. I don't think it was more so you. I think that you did it your way and I did it my way.
Well, yeah.
I think we both came into it with some crazy ideas and some baggage and some being selfish or whatever. I think it was both of us. I don't think that it was more so you. I think it was maybe more so you in a specific or particular area.
Yeah,
where then for me it was a different area. So I don't know that it was that you were. And I don't think like that. You know, I don't feel like you came into the marriage like some horrible husband.
Listen, I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, because
I just think that you were young.
I don't toot my own horn, but like you're not gonna really find much better than me. You know what I'm saying? You're really not.
You're right.
So. Would you say I'm right?
Absolutely.
Then you gonna go with it?
Sure.
That's what we on?
Absolutely.
I bet that's what's up. So we'll agree. You know what I'm saying? But nah, in all seriousness though, like it was just one of those things, like you said, us coming into the marriage, not necessarily because we had an idea of what marriage is, and I think, you know what I'm saying, the way we were both raised and the way we grew up, you know what I'm saying, because you were a military brat. I grew up in New Orleans, so our upbringing was completely different. You know what I'm saying? And not that that's a bad thing, because I feel like right now that we kind of complement one another.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
balance.
Yeah, we balance each other, and you know what I'm saying, we're complementary to one another in the space of, you know what I'm saying, arriving to being able to see what the benefit is of being different. You know what I'm saying?
Because I think like I said, I was definitely, you know, I said it jokingly, but definitely a person who was like, oh, he said that.
Yeah.
I had the biggest pair of scissors in the world.
Oh,
I was like,
you cut them off?
Done.
Yeah.
You know, I just, you know, he did that. He's out of here. You know, and I think that was a bad thing to come into the relationship with, because I came into it with the same, you know, ideas and thinking that I had in previous relationships, and that's just not how you do things.
Yeah, I mean, but again, I think, you know what I'm saying, again, we grew to the place of discovering that though, because you didn't when you first came into it, you didn't necessarily self-assess to the point where you were able to say, hey, look, I need to do this better, I need to do this differently. And that's what I'm saying, like that selfish aspect with regards to myself and yourself, you know what I'm saying, just looking at things from the way and the perspective of, hey, I'm right, this person is wrong, or hey, my way is better and your way is not. Whatever the mindset was, there was no, you know what I'm saying, cohesiveness, or, you know what I'm saying, no cohesion that, you know, was in place for us to arrive to being able to say, okay, look, you look at certain things a certain way, I look at them another way. Let's discover a common ground and make sure, you know, we merge together the upbringing that we both received, the positive things, and make sure we have that incorporated into our marriage and our family. Because I'm sure, and you know what I'm saying, nothing against our parents, you know what I'm saying, I mean, I feel like we were both blessed, you know what I'm saying, to a great degree concerning the parents that, you know what I'm saying, we have and whatnot. But
but they did what they did for the time that they were our age when we got married and now. And it worked for then.
Yeah.
It doesn't work now.
Yeah.
And I think we were both trying to hold on to, my parents did this, right? That worked for them then. I mean, our parents got married in the 70s.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
You know what I'm saying? And life was different in the 70s. Like, you know, you have to look at so many things that make marriage harder now. I'm not going to say harder, but it makes it adds more layers of challenge. And one of the ways is, you know, it is easy. Like I could literally start a relationship with a man in California straight through social media.
Yeah.
And nobody around me would have to know. Nobody around me, you know. And it's like when you have all those different. We have so much now. I can remember being little, and my grandmother, my mom's mom, HBO came on at like what 10:30, and she was like, okay, time for the TV to go off, you know. That she was like, that is of the devil. Like HBO is like, it was like porn. It was like, you know, oh, he kissed her neck. Oh no, and now it's like commercials. You watch the commercial and you're like, did he just are they? Oh my God, this is a cheese commercial.
TV,
at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, for real.
You know, so it's a lot more that makes relationships harder. Everything on your phone, I think, makes it. They didn't have those things. So the way they dealt with things was for their time. And I know that for me, I wanted to bring so much of what I saw my parents do. And I didn't think about all the stuff that went along with that.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, that in our time makes it so much different.
And I think you bring up a very interesting point, because you know what I'm saying, that's something that I think a lot of individuals struggle with. It's like they have been given a model as it relates to what a relationship should look like, and they try to fit every last one of their relationships into that model. And you know what I'm saying, I'm in a space now where, you know, God has blessed us to understand that, you know, the only model that, you know what I'm saying, is of any importance or any relevance is what the Bible has given us first and foremost. But in terms of the workings and the parameters and, you know what I'm saying, the infrastructure and everything of what it is that you create in a relationship, I feel like that's for you and your partner to build on. I feel like that's for you and your partner to establish. Like, you know what I'm saying, we've given the kids certain foundational principles as it relates to what it is that they that we would like to see them, because we don't know what they, you know what I'm saying, become adults. We don't, you know, prayerfully they'll be, you know what I'm saying, but we don't know what that may materialize into. But at the end of the day, the expectation that we have for the kids once they become older and they're having their own, you know what I'm saying, marriages and whatever else, is that them and their partners work on that collectively. It doesn't have to look the way that, you know what I'm saying, my mom and my dad did it. That was a great model and that was a great reference point. But now as we're constructing our marriage and as we're constructing our relationship and building our family, you know, it's important for us to do that together and see what that looks like. And I feel like every one of those situations is unique. So, you know what I'm saying, just to your point, I think that's a potential pitfall that some individuals may have, trying to take what they saw their parents do, or not just that, but like you said, social media, man, so many individuals, and that's why we're always transparent about the fact that, hey, yeah, we still have things that we contend with, and we still have challenges that we're working through and communicating about, but the manner and the method in which we do it is completely different now than what it was when we were younger.
Right.
But that's another challenge. I think other individuals, and we talked about it a little bit on the last podcast when we were talking about the whole comparison piece of the podcast before that, or the competition piece. But I think some individuals look at other people's marriages or their relationships, not knowing what's going on behind the scenes, and they use that as a point of reference, not knowing what it is that, you know what I'm saying, is going on behind the scenes. So, yeah,
and it's weird because I think, because I know I've done that. I know I've done it where I'm like, oh, this person's relationship, look, they're so happy. And then next week they're like, yeah, so-and-so, got caught scaling down the hotel wall because his wife came in and caught him in bed with, the circus people.
With whomever.
Then you're like, well, I guess, I guess it, but you'd be very mindful of what you collect. You'd be very mindful of what you receive. You'd be very mindful because I think I'm at a place now where I know that there are some, like my mom will always say, you are so secretive, like you don't talk about, and it's not really me being secretive, it's just I'm private because everything isn't for everybody.
Nah, everything ain't for everybody.
And I have to now look at things and I have to say, their marriage looks really good, but what if they're as private as we are?
Yeah, definitely.
So then if they're as private as we are, then there's a whole bunch of stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah, definitely.
That we don't know.
Yeah.
So are they really happy? Or, and not saying they're not, because they could be very happy, but I'm just at a place now you'd be mindful of everything that you see it's not the whole picture.
No, it's not. Yeah.
It's not. Sometimes you're looking at just a snapshot of something, and that's not enough information to decide your whole life. Oh, their marriage looks good because they're dressed alike. Okay, we're gonna model ourselves after them.
Yeah, we're gonna dress alike.
We go dress alike.
Yeah,
that's not gonna happen.
We're gonna get some little T-shirts where the fingers be pointing. You know how the fingers point?
Who's gonna wear it?
Me and you gonna wear it.
I don't think to sleep.
No, we're gonna go somewhere one day.
No, we're not.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not wearing that.
The shirt gonna say I'm his, and nothing wrong with people that do that.
It's nothing wrong with people. I'm just not doing it.
Why we got?
Because I think the people who do it would be offended if we copied their style.
All right, that's whatever, man. You wiggled up out of that one. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got your wiggle on just now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But man, listen, check this out. You hear that quiet? Them kids,
listen,
man. I love my kids, but you know what I'm saying? Like I love my kids beyond measure. Like there are no words that can adequately describe the love that I have for my kids.
It's unbelievable.
You don't hear Polo barking. You don't hear Saint and Man doing that thing.
My phone is actually in my possession.
Yeah, because you don't never have your phone.
I don't ever have my phone.
Unless we recording in the daytime and he at school. Like
and then we woke up this morning and it was like for a second, you have to always get your bearings.
Yeah.
And I realized I wasn't at home. And I opened my eyes and...
That was a trip, huh? But that's something else that I want to bring up though, because I feel like that's important. Just creating space and opportunity for individuals that, you know what I'm saying, do have children, and you know what I'm saying, and it doesn't have to be anything elaborate or whatever else, but just creating that space and that opportunity to reconnect. You know what I'm saying? Because this was something where, you know what I'm saying, I had, thought about some time ago. I initially intended for us to take a trip, but we had so much going on. You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, we weren't, you know what I'm saying, in a space where we could take a long trip or whatever else. But as I was revamping it, you know what I'm saying, praying and asking God about the whole space or whatever, you know what I'm saying, like this came up, and it was more so like for us to just be able to be in a space where we reconnect. And, you know what I'm saying, we spend time together and not doing anything, you know what I'm saying, other than just being in each other's space without anybody else being present.
Yeah.
So I think that's important as well, man, to take some time to spend with your significant other, you know what I'm saying, so you can cultivate the nature of the relationship that you would like to have. You know what I'm saying? Reconnect, communicate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Reassess, talk about some stuff.
Because I think that's something else that happens. You get married and it's just the two of you, or you might already have children or whatever, but you you go into it and it's all lovey and kissy and everything is great,
Mm-hmm.
and then life starts happening.
Yeah.
You know, people get sick, or people
Mm-hmm.
pass away, or you move, or you get a new job, or you whatever it is.
Yeah.
And these things tear away at your relationship, and then the need of your children need so much from you that by the end of the day you're just tired. And I think it's so important that you take time to reconnect and reestablish that we are still us.
Yeah, definitely.
And I still want your needs to be met, and I hope you want my needs to be met, so we can stay connected. Because I think a lot of people get their relationships end because life started happening and they didn't take time to find each other.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, like hit the pause button on all of the stuff that was going on around them and say, hey, let's reconnect, or let's get to a space where we're intentional about reconnecting. Because I think some people even realize the difference that may start taking place within their relationship. And I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, your marriages and, you know what I'm saying, your relationships, but also in your friend groups or whatever else. I think, you know what I'm saying, people, when they realize there's a distance that's growing, I don't know if people take enough time to say, hey, look, you know, and sometimes, you know what I'm saying, in certain relationships, you know, God just has it where organically you and that individual are going to grow apart. There's nothing you know what I'm saying, the will of God is the will of God. You know what I'm saying, we can't.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, not at all.
You know, it's not you to be enemies, you just.
No, yeah, you grow in different areas. But when it comes to your relationship with your significant other, you know what I'm saying, I don't think that's necessarily even something that's even supposed to be a thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no such thing as we've grown apart without us addressing the fact that, you know what I'm saying, we are growing apart.
Because, as I'm saying, because you didn't just grow apart. It took time.
Yeah, it took time.
Nothing is like that. Yeah. So if you come to the conclusion that we grew apart, what were you doing when you were growing apart?
Yeah, definitely.
You were supposed to press the pause button. You were supposed to scream, hey, you're outrunning me. I need you to slow down. Or grab them by the back of their shirt. You know, for real. You're supposed to do something. Jump on their back and ride their back. Or you're supposed to do something where you can stay connected. But I think people just get caught in life. And I don't think it's anybody's fault. I think so many times you just get caught in life. And one day turns to 4 days, and 4 days turns to a week, and a week turns into a month, and a month turns into a year, which turns into years.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you are at graduation and realize the parents are not going to stay together because all they have in common
were the
kids. But that's because they didn't do something. And I'm not saying it like it's so easy or I have it all figured out.
No.
I'm definitely not saying that.
We're just providing context.
Yeah, but I don't want us to grow apart, or I don't want, you know, it's like if I recognize, I know the children need something. I know the children need me. But if you need me and the children need me at the same time, the children might have to wait.
Yeah, for a second.
Because their need is not going to be lifelong.
Oh yeah.
Your need might be for me lifelong. So and I think that goes to the, you know, that huge debate that's been going on for forever. You know, if who do you feed first, your husband or your children? Who do you, if your husband needed you and your children need you, who do you? And it's like, your children aren't yours.
Yeah, they only
they're you are keeping them for 18 years to make sure they stay alive. You know, by the grace of God, if that's His will for them, you know, He's supposed to feed them and clothe them, you know, love on them forever and the whole thing. But your kids leave, and your kids have their own spouses and their own children. Your spouse is your person. You know, it's your person. So it's like, I just think it's this, I think that's a social media thing. I think social media has really brainwashed, or is, I don't want to say brainwashed.
Misleading.
It's misleading.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, because like I said, because I know I get caught in some of it. But you can't, you have to make the important stuff the important stuff.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You make a very interesting point with that, because you know what I'm saying, there are some dynamics where, you know what I'm saying, the kids will be a priority in terms of what that need is in a moment. But you know what I'm saying, the focal point for us is always one another.
Absolutely.
And you know what I'm saying, we've gotten to a place, because I think at one point in time that's what was going on with us. You know what I'm saying, like we were just showing up in our roles, you know what I'm saying, so to speak. I was showing up in my societal role as a husband. You were showing up in your societal role as a wife. We were doing the things for the kids, and you know what I'm saying, we were checking the block in so many different areas, but we were not taking the time to notice that, you know what I'm saying, we were kind of like moving in different directions in terms of what it is that we had going on. And I don't think that was, you know what I'm saying, because we were both growing, you know what I'm saying. You were growing in the areas that you were growing in, I was growing in the areas that I was growing in, but you know what I'm saying, that growth, it wasn't for the benefit of ourselves, it was for the benefit of our marriage. You know what I'm saying? We now see that, and we've discovered that now, but I don't think in that particular season or in that particular space we had the mindset nor the ability, again, to self-assess and be like, hey, look, yeah, you know what I'm saying, we tripping, let's get back to the basics or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? Because now we laugh together, you know what I'm saying, like that's, which I feel like is extremely important. Like we have, you know what I'm saying, little jokes where there's one liners where if we say something,
because I'm really funny.
I mean,
we always come back here. We always land here.
So you think you're
hilarious.
You're the comedic relief for our entire relationship?
For the whole family.
For the whole family.
Everybody.
So I never say anything funny?
You're funny enough. But that's not. But the thing about it is, like we were talking about, you know, that's not your thing.
Wow. Okay.
It's my thing.
So what is my thing? Yes, if you don't mind. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, because I saw that look in your eye. Yeah, we'll talk about it later. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, this is again, you know, just something that we wanted to sit down and kind of look back over the years and just kind of, you know, point out how we got to this particular point. And the reason that we, you know, even were in that frame of mind is because, again, like I said, today is the wife's birthday, and we were just looking at over the years what has happened, you know what I'm saying, not only in the course of our marriage, but just in our lives as we've matured throughout the years. And you know what I'm saying, we've been blessed to get a bit older and everything else. And it's just amazing to take inventory and, you know what I'm saying, look back at all of the many things that God has, you know what I'm saying, kept us through, and you know what I'm saying, carried us through to now be in a space where, you know what I'm saying, what we once viewed as a priority in life and what we once, you know what I'm saying, thought was the goal, now it's completely different. And you know what I'm saying, we give all glory and honor to God for that, because again, as we, you know what I'm saying, and I don't know if I've ever said it on the podcast, but one of the things that I thank God for, you know what I'm saying, in our prayers is for breathing something new into us. You know what I'm saying, like God absolutely resuscitated our marriage. God absolutely, you know what I'm saying, has us in this space where we are now, but there was a level of intentionality that we both had as well, to the point where we felt, you know, significantly, we felt each other was significantly important enough for us to surrender to God, so God could do what it is, you know what I'm saying, that he was doing. Because if we had continued to push against the envelope or push against, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what, you know what I'm saying. And I always say to myself, I'm like, you know what I'm saying, God was like, these two dummies, I done blessed them with something so beautiful, because I couldn't think of when I look at our relationship and I look at the way that we're built and I look at, you know what I'm saying, how God, you know what I'm saying, created you and he created me, I couldn't think of a better helpmate. You know what I'm saying, I don't know if anybody could have put up with me and the stuff that, you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I know people can't put up with me.
With you?
No.
I mean, you know. Yeah, it takes a man of God. It takes a. I mean, you know, and I'm not saying that in no bad way. I mean,
but I own
beautiful it. Blessing.
I own it though. But, I know that I'm not necessarily like the easiest person to get along with. Because I know I have.
Yeah, but if you ain't saved, you can't. Whoever mess with you, gotta be saved. They gotta be a follower of Christ. they gotta do like, you know what I'm saying, Paul tells us in Galatians, and husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church. You know what I'm saying, and gave himself for her. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. So go ahead, finish with your. That's it. Okay, bet. And look, check this out. You know what I'm saying? The day is your birthday. We good. We about to wrap it up. Yeah, we about to shut it down. You know what I'm saying? Because you know we get on here and been, you know what I'm saying, talking for a long time, but we're gonna go ahead and shut it down because we got some stuff we about to go get in the streets and do for a little while. Go get us some little dessert and, you know what I'm saying, check out some other little stuff you dig and kind of move around from there. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, and then we're gonna
go get some perfume.
All right, we'll get you smell good right now.
I appreciate it. It's perfume.
Yeah, you smell. Yeah.
That's
one of the many.
I mean, no.
Yeah, one of the many. You know what I'm saying?
And I didn't even mix anything today. It's just.
It didn't just one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you smell.
I think yes.
You smell delectable. You know
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Definitely. But you know what I'm saying. Once again, while we're on camera, and I know when everybody sees this, you know what I'm saying. This day will have passed.
But it'll
still be birthday week, like you said. So, you know what I'm saying. I want to take this time to wish you a very happy birthday. You know what I'm saying. I thank God for blessing me with His daughter. You know what I'm saying, and allowing us to arrive to this place. I pray that, you know what I'm saying, this weekend that we've set aside and everything else that we have planned will be something that creates a new memory and gives you something else to, you know what I'm saying, use as a point of reference concerning our love and what it is that we're doing. And, you know, I love you. Happy birthday, little girl.
Oh, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, we're going to talk about some other stuff later.
Oh, yeah, we will.
Yeah, I got you. But nah, man, with that being said, hey, look, thank you for, you know, taking some time out your day to spend with us. If you, you know, feel led to do so, you know what I'm saying, drop a happy birthday in the comments to the wife. Again, we know the day will have passed, but it'll still be birthday week, like she said. But again, hey, listen, if you have not already subscribed to the channel, if you're not sharing the content, you know what I'm saying, we humbly ask that you would please do both of those. Subscribe to the channel, share the content, and let's make sure, you know what I'm saying, we continue to push the narrative of healthy and positive marriages and, you know, healthy and positive relationships and communication. There's so much foolishness, you know what I'm saying, that's found on social media, on YouTube and all of these other things. Man, listen, God has led us to be able to be in this space. All glory to Him. So we're just trying to share all of those things that God has blessed us to discover and blessed us to understand, in hopes that it will, you know, light a fuse within somebody else, for them to, you know, seek after Christ and seek after God and be, you know, led in a way where they begin to look at things from a different perspective and break away from the things of this world, man. Because this world, this stuff in this world, it will have you distracted.
It'll,
you know what I'm saying,
swallow you up.
That would.
I'm sorry. I'll do better. I'm sorry.
Hey, listen. Thank you all for joining us. I don't have nothing else to say. We're gonna go ahead out and enjoy this weather, and then we're gonna. You good?
I am. It was
dope. All right. Happy birthday.
It had to come out.
All right, bet.
Okay.
Hey, say I thank y'all for spending some time with us today. Say, man, y'all have a blessed remainder of the day, man. Peace.